How's it going, everybody? This video is basically going to be a breakdown of my 99 Kawasaki ZX6R. Got some problems. I got a few things I need to replace. I got to take the carburetor out. One of the things I'm replacing is going to be the throttle cable and the fuel filter. And I also got to take a look at the carbs. I'm going to clean those out and then put it back together. So first thing we need to do is you need to remove your seat, however it is you do that. This is basically kind of a general thing for most sport bikes. Remove your seat. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the negative battery cable because I am going to be getting into the carburetor. I just like to do that anyway. You're going to disconnect any hoses you got here. These are going to the fuel pump. This one here is just a vent. My bike has four 10 millimeter bolts, two here and two here that hold the tank down. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and then we'll go ahead and get started on the air filter. Okay, so I've taken all the bolts off already. I'm going to go ahead and lift the tank. First thing before you do that, go ahead and take your petcock off. It's usually just a Phillips screw. And so here's your petcock. Make sure you turn it to off. And then take the screw out, Phillips screwdriver, and we want to take that right off. Next, we're going to go ahead and lift the tank. Okay, you're going to have a hose, right, connecting your fuel going to your pump, fuel filter, and then your pump. We're going to go ahead and disconnect that. And there's going to be a little bit of gas dripping out, so be prepared for that. Okay. Bit out of there, and then this line's going to have some gas in it as well. And if your bike has a gas gauge, you are going to have an electrical connection there. So you're going to want to disconnect that as well. Okay. Go ahead and set the tank aside here. And obviously you want to mark everything as you disconnect hoses. I use little sticky notes or a piece of tape or something and mark what this is coming off of. Just something that you'll know, that you'll remember what it means. Okay. So this is what we got now after taking the tank off, disconnecting our gas tank. So you're going to have a hose going up to your airbox. You're going to go ahead and remove that. You're also going to have a vent hose. Remove that. When you take anything off that's connected, all your hoses, remember, go ahead and label them. My airbox is held in by 7 10 millimeter bolts, and remember how they are, because mine has these 3 here are long, and these 4 are a little bit shorter. So you just want to make sure you know what you're taking off and where it goes. So once you get your airbox cover off, this is now what you're going to see. You have your air filter. And then also you can see your pipes here, your cylinders. Okay, you got your 4 cylinders. Next, there is going to be a total of 8 screws holding holding that down. You know what? Actually, we can take our whole air box right off. You have your air vents here, your air induction. But I'll go ahead and just give it a couple wiggles, and it should pop right off. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set that back with the cover. Okay, and now we need to remove these 4 little air inlet things here by these 8 Phillips head screws. Okay, once you have your 8 screws out, now you can lift this plate off here and just lift the the inlets right off along with it. Oops, and I forgot. Yep, we do have to move this line here going to your valve, 3-way valve. Okay, and yep. Might want to go ahead and just take these all off first. They'll only go on one way, so you just gotta remember where you take them off of. I usually set them, you know, 4, 3, 2, 1, or however. Okay, and we have our plate here. Go ahead and set that along there. So now we have some more lines. We're going to go ahead and take these vent lines off our carb. There's going to be 2. One here, and we got one here. Go ahead and remove those. Okay, we have our fuel line here. We're going to take that off. Fuel line going straight to the carb. Okay, and that comes right from your fuel pump. Okay, now I believe you have your throttle position sensor right here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and remove that little tab, pull it right out. Okay, now we are ready to unscrew the 4 screws holding our intake, holding our carbs into the rubber boots. Okay, so there's 4 screws, and they're pretty hard to see. You're probably not going to be able to see them, but once I get it off, I can show you a better view. But they're far down in there, but once you know where they're at, you kind of got to figure out how you can get. You can see one there. That screw there next to the spring is for this number 4 cylinder here, holding it in. And show you the other one here. You can see it right there. See that screw? That's for your number 1. And there's one for each one. So we're going to go ahead and get those all out, and then we'll be able to pull that carb, give it a jiggle, and we'll be able to pull it right out. So here we go. This is our choke cable here. I'm going to go ahead and take that out, and you just want to pull that right out like that. There's a little guide, and pull your anchor right out like that. That's our choke cable. And over here we have our throttle cable, which I will be replacing mine because, as you can see, it's starting to fray, and that's not good. I recently had to replace my clutch cable too, because that just snapped on me. Yeah, it snapped on me. Here's the old one too, the old one. As you can see, once you notice that the fray, it doesn't take long after that for this puppy to snap, and you're basically screwed. I think. I'm not sure how you would be able to ride without the clutch. But I got mine from it's a Motion Pro cable, clutch cable from summitracing.com. It fit perfect, so I'm very pleased with that. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing here. What we're going to do is we're going to pull these. We're going to pull it right out of the little guide there. If you can. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and do it this way. So I'm just going to pull the throttle all the way, and then I can't get this top cable out. Okay, once you get that top one out, one or the other, you can pull the other one right out, just like that. Okay, so go ahead and get those out of there, and we'll be replacing that. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull mine all the way out here. Okay, and now we just need to remove our I'm not even sure what those are called, but it's basically what charges your cylinders, their electrical feeds. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect these screw right off, and then we can and then that's it, and then the carb's right out. So let me get those off here. Okay, so once you finish moving your electric connections here from the bottom of your carbs, then that's it. Your carb is completely out. You can do whatever you need to do. Go ahead and further break it down and clean the jets or whatever. Also, this is the easiest way, probably the only way, to get to your throttle position sensor, and also your choke cable or your throttle cables. It's probably the only way to get to them. So that's how you take it off. Again, like I said, make sure you label all of these. And I know with mine, the way mine is set up is I basically just follow this down, follow the wires down. So this is my number 1 cylinder. The next one down right here is my number 2. Keep following that line down. I have my number 3, and the last one is my number 4. Another way I can tell is my 2 and my 3, 2 and 3 have the snaps. 1 and 4 do not have the snaps. And when you go to reconnect these, you don't want to twist these a whole lot. What I like to do is I turn it a few times the opposite way. That way I'm not twisting it up as much. For these, you can disconnect them, spin it on, and then reconnect it so you're not binding that up. And go ahead and, you just want to keep debris and dust and shit from falling down into your valves here. Um, Pieces of foam are good. I've seen people use cardboard. I'm just using pieces of paper towel just to keep everything out of there. And you know, you can kind of fix things up in here. I know I kind of rearranged a lot of these wires. Get to know, you know, it's good to get to know where everything's at and what you need to replace. I'm not going to go over the throttle cable. It's pretty simple. I have my new one here, and they fit right into the housing pretty much the same way. So your top throttle cable will go into the top slot, and your bottom pull cable will go into the bottom slot. They fit in there only one way, so that's pretty easy. And that's about it. That's it. Here's my new cable. Like I said, I got a new fuel filter. Here's the fuel filter there. And that's it, guys. If you guys like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like these videos or the other videos I made, go ahead and subscribe. And let me know, you know, if you guys got anything you want me to do, anything I can help you out with on the bike here, or general maintenance on your vehicle. If I can help you, I will. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.